go pretty far back.
Then I was on my way back to my camp spot, but I wasn't expecting what's gonna happen next.
You guys okay? Yeah,
one bike broke down.
I don't come across many people, so I was glad to help.
Just a dinky bit of service. So we'll see if we can catch a bike shop in Eureka Springs.
so you just like
Bike shop
to...
in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. It just happened. I couldn't believe it. I heard a clunk. I stopped pedaling, and the derailleur was completely gone.
But you're more of a runner than a biker or hiker?
No, a hiker.
Hiker?
Yeah, I mean, I've biked a lot in my life too, but you know, this is my first. What we're doing is a test run because we want to do the Mexico to Canada run. There's a bike trail that goes from Mexico to Canada, and so this was our weekend that we all got together because they're from Texas, I'm from Wisconsin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have a friend in Wisconsin.
Yeah, and so we wanted to get together and see, you know, do we have the right stuff? Can we do this? Blah blah blah. And I already know I've got the wrong bike, so I mean, I have to get a different bike. But it was today was a really good test run. It really told me a lot about what my abilities are and can I do this. And I needed extra derailleur and a hanger and all this and chain links. I just learned all this stuff.
Yeah, you kind of just have to go through it to know what you need next time. That's how it is with me in this truck.
Yeah. You just never know. That's okay. I lived on a farm. We've lived on dirt roads.
No.
Yeah, they're painful.
Yeah, like 3 days ago in the Ozarks, maybe 4 days ago, I had a flat.
Oh!
And it was actually, I was trying to go through this big stream crossing. A lot of them, like I was just following the GPS trying to get out of the camp spot I was at, and it just kept taking me through bigger and bigger stream crossings. But I couldn't really go back the way I came because it was up the mountain. So, you know, I don't have one of those snorkels. So
Yeah.
if it gets above the engine intake, you know, my engine's dead.
Yeah, you killed your engine, yeah.
I was trying to go fast through the water, you know, but I hit a rock under the water and it bent my rim. The tire's fine, but I was really surprised. I was able to bend back the rim with a hammer, and I had a tire repair kit, so I used some rubber cement to seal it up, and it works good as new. I haven't had any leaking from it.
Oh, you are so lucky.
Yeah. It hasn't always been that lucky for me.
Yeah, I'm not always that lucky either.
Yeah. Last year I was on a road trip in Washita National Forest, which is like an hour south of here in Arkansas.
Yeah.
And my car, it was a different car. It broke down. There was nothing I could do. Like, it was high up in the mountains. I waited like a few days. I mean, I had to walk 12 miles back and forth every day to get phone service. And to this little town that just had one little general store. And I tried waving people down all the time. No one would stop, you know. It was awful.
People don't stop as much as you think they do.
Yeah, like groups of hunters with these big trucks, and then it was was like my 5th day or maybe 4th day because all the tow services couldn't get to me and there was nothing I could do. My dad said, like, if you need to, just ask someone to call 911 and the police will help you. I tried to, like, finally it was like late at night. It was like my 3rd time walking back and forth because I was trying to get oil this time because the tow guy said that might do it, maybe because it's on an incline, the oil reader isn't sensing the oil. So I tried to do that and then that didn't work, so I didn't want to spend another night there. So I found these hunters, or a group of people, I assume they're hunters because they had like side-by-side ATVs and stuff. There was a group of trucks and they wouldn't stop and I was trying to stand in front of them. They just kept going. So the last one was like an ATV, so I was able to jump in front and I was like, please just call 911 or something. Like, I've been here for too long, like no one will help me. There's like, also this park is 3 years ago, I learned this later on, 3 years ago there was a giant flood that killed 23 people. So there's no more park rangers or anything. All the restrooms and things are boarded up. So there's no park rangers to get to, and these people, he looked at me like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, are you serious? And then his wife was next to him. Of course. And then they came back like 30 minutes later and said, we'll go get a park ranger. And then no one ever came, you know. So I ended up walking again. But I got out. Luckily I found a nice guy. The owner of the gas station, his cousin, was going out to Hot Springs, so it worked out.
Yeah, if you were lucky you were able to get out,
And I'm basically getting prepared to go to Alaska.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That it's beautiful up there.
Dangerous country.
Oh, very dangerous.
It's insane. I mean, like how you can get lost and really stuck in these areas, which aren't remote at all compared to Alaska.
I have a set of cousins that live up there, and they were just out snowmobiling.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it's wild. You see their pictures and it's just wild.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's not what you think it is. Oh, for 1 more mile we have to continue on this. Do you know how to get into Eureka Springs?
Well, I was there like 3 days ago.
Oh, okay.
But I came from a different route.
Oh, okay. This is telling me how to get there, so.
Awesome.
She talks to me.
Yeah.
Not that I always want to hear her.
Down at my camp spot, I had some service, which isn't typical for where I'm camping. It was like on and off, barely any, but between one bar and nothing.
Yeah, that even like when I was on the Appalachian Trail, there's so many times when there was no service. And they tell you that when you read about, if you're going to do that trail, there's a lot of, you can't rely on your phone. Your phone could go down. There's no service in a lot of areas. You need to be prepared for whatever comes up.
How many months did that take?
4.5.
Wow.
Most people do it in 5 to 6. I'm an overachiever.
That's really good. Yeah, my friend has been talking to me about doing that. He really wants to. But a lot of people I'm from Virginia, so a lot of people in my area say, one day I'm going to do it. Not a lot of people actually do it, because then they realize how much of a task it actually is.
Oh, it turns into it. So if you're from Virginia, then how did you end up out here camping?
Oh, so I basically just take online courses and study from my car wherever I am. I download courses and try to go where there's no distractions or anything, and just try and focus, and it's really nice.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. You'll finish school fast. What are you gonna get your degree in? What are you thinking?
Well, I'm studying physics.
Oh, okay.
My dad, he works in DC, so I live right outside of DC, or in Virginia, Fairfax County, if you've heard of that, near Arlington. My dad, he works for the Department of Energy, and then a few years ago he was appointed to the White House for the West Wing, the Science and Technology Advisory Committee for the President. So he does a lot of nuclear work and physics. He's traveling all the time. Like right now he's in Idaho, in National Labs.
lot of roads with nobody on them. And we were looking. We were looking for this certain dam, a horsehair dam. So we take a right. Okay. Because it's supposed to be really beautiful, blah blah blah. And so we got on these back roads, and I'll tell you, Idaho's scary, but the dam was absolutely gorgeous. And they were, and it's deep. It's
on State Highway 187 for 1.5 miles.
Oh, 1.5 miles. Okay. Yeah, it's, your dad's right. It's gorgeous. Yeah. What is that a tire?
Yeah, that was my 4-wheel drive. I just put it back into 2-wheel drive. I don't know, it's kicking for some reason, but I don't think it's a problem. I know I do need oil, but I need an alignment, so I'm gonna ask them to check what it is. Hopefully it's not too big a deal.
Yeah, cars can be painful. I thought walking was really great because it was just me and my body. And I thought biking would be really good until this happened. And I was like, well, I don't know. This biking thing could be painful. But I do know now I have to.
As long as you have all the stuff you need to fix it, no matter what.
Yeah.
But I guess sometimes you really can't do anything.
Yeah. I'm at a derailleur and I need chain links and chain pins now. I have to add all this stuff to my list. I had no idea how to have all this. Well, that was the reason I was out here, is to learn. And good thing it broke down. It taught me a bunch more stuff, like how to do this.
I just imagine the worst thing that would probably happen is if the rim got bent. You really can't do anything. You can't keep one of those with you.
No, I can't bring an extra rim. So you're right, that will be bad. It's just like a car rim. If you bend it too much, you're screwed.
That's the thing. Like hiking and stuff, you're carrying, but when your car you can't take, when you get it stuck or you get your bike stuck, you'd have to carry it or tow it out, and it becomes a liability.
That's for sure. Carrying on a bike, that'd be a lot of work.
But yeah, I wonder how much faster you could do. Do they allow bikes on the Appalachian Trail?
No, they do not.
Oh,
it's only a footpath.
In a quarter mile, turn
Probably be
left
too
onto US
treacherous
62
for a bike.
East.
Okay, so we gotta turn left onto 62 East. Oh, there's the sign, the stop sign. So, oh yeah, there's the Eureka Springs sign.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, they don't allow bikes on that at all. It's only a footpath. There are some spots.
Take the next left onto US 62 East.
Yes, ma'am. There are some spots where they do allow horses.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you'll be walking along and then there's a horse. Which is fine because most of those horses are really used to.
US 62 East for 9 miles.
Oh, 9 miles. Most horses are pretty tame. They've been around the people enough that they know. So that's not usually a problem.
Yeah, I've been thinking that's what you really need. I mean, a lot of these people in the country have told me that, like, the guy who actually first helped me and drove me from near my campus spot, I walked halfway the last time I was walking, that time in Arkansas.
Yeah.
There's a guy with horses, like a horse trailer. He brings them there to folks. Well, he told me, you need a horse. It never breaks down, you know? I mean, like, that would be the perfect thing for Alaska or something. Just
yeah, horse in Alaska would be pretty nice.
Yeah.
Because it's wild up there.
And it's got all the room to run around.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
And I don't know if you know this, but horses, if they smell a bear, they'll act up.
Oh, really?
They'll paw the ground, they'll snort,
That's awesome.
they're afraid of bears. So, yeah.
So you said you went to Beaver Dam?
No, we haven't been there.
Oh.
Not to this, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering what that's.
Yeah, I don't know much about that.
I saw the Beaver Lake. It's really big.
Is it big?
Really, yeah, I was driving around some roads and just looking at the houses actually, because some of them are really pretty. I mean, there's all these kind of islands that go into the lake that they have little bridges and houses on.
Oh,
it's really
wow.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my first time I've been down in this area, so beautiful area.
Yeah, the Ozarks are amazing. That's where
they're absolutely gorgeous, but
yeah, my first time in Missouri.
yeah, it's pretty. Who would so my thought about what is Missouri, what is Arkansas, my thought was kind of boring, it's middle of the country.
Yeah, I had no impression of Missouri, didn't know what to water with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's on my bike. So yeah, I have water and food and tents, and I've got all the stuff. Because we were hoping to camp out, and then ride again tomorrow, and camp out, and then ride again the last day. So I have all my stuff with me.
Do you guys do a lot of planning on where you're going to camp out, or just kind of go for it?
We just kind of go for it because
that's how I do it.
Yeah, things can change so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And like this, bam, I'm done. Okay, so
if you rely too much on the plans, then you might just get spoiled when you actually get there.
yeah,
That's why I kind of take my time to find a perfect spot.
Well,
And then I end up finding really cool areas.
right. And that's I was going to say. When you plan, you say, okay, I'm going to go to this place and stay. But you can find some absolutely beautiful spots that aren't even on maps.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you're allowed to stay there, and it's gorgeous.
I would have had no idea that those caves were there.
Yeah, see, you found them, and yeah. Wow.
And that's the only spot I stopped off, too. I was just on that road looking for just anywhere to camp, trying to find somewhere a little back off the road.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's
It's
a little
gorgeous.
fire pit by this one little cave, and then I go further down the road, and there's an even bigger cave, really big.
Wow.
Really big. I did bust my elbow really bad.
Ooh.
I slipped down coming off these rocks. I was actually trying to walk away from my campsite to go to the bathroom, so I was holding my little stool thing,
Yeah.
and then my elbow just slammed really kind of bad.
You didn't break the elbow bone, did you?
No, luckily I
Chip in
didn't
it?
break it, and I have Neosporin and stuff, so I put some of that on it.
Yeah, because that could be dangerous.
Still pretty sore, but we'll be fine.
Yeah, it would be sore.
Today I hit I'm lucky it wasn't worse. I hit my head with a hammer. I was trying to hammer something on my car and just slipped back.
Oh.
Could have been a lot worse.
That could have, yeah.
Because like with the elbow, I didn't think it was that bad, and then I looked at it and I just saw like the flesh hanging off, and I was like, I did not expect it to be that bad. And with my head, I was worried like I felt like I might have gashed it open. But then I looked at it, it wasn't that bad. So I don't know.
Yeah, and as long as the bump is on the outside, you're okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I was walking on the Appalachian Trail and I slipped and fell about 4 feet, hit a granite rock and cut a 4-inch gash in my head, and it was bleeding like crazy. And oh my God, I just fell apart at that point. I just said, oh, I can't do this, I can't finish. But the people I was walking with said, no, Jean, just calm down, you can do this, it's not that bad. Well, then we get to the shelter because we're up on this mountain. We get down to the shelter because I had to walk another 2 hours to the shelter. They call 911. Oh no, we're not coming out tonight. It's raining. It's dangerous. No way.
Wow.
We can't. So then they were like, is she talking? Is she conscious? Does she understand who she is? And everything was going good that way. So they said, well, walk her out in the morning. That's all we can do for you. But like you said, when you do your head, you got to be so careful with the head.
Wait, so I know that the Appalachian Trail ends in Georgia, right? And
Yep,
it starts in Maine?
Maine, Mount Katahdin. You could
really
go
wanted
either
to go to
way.
Maine.
Yeah, oh, Maine is beautiful.
Yeah, it's very remote.
It's a remote, and there's only 3.5 million people that live in Maine, and most of them are along the coastline. So you get up in that backcountry, and again, it's like what you're experiencing now. You're out there by yourself. There isn't anybody.
How high are the mountains up?
Katahdin's 10,000 foot.
Wow.
Yeah,
I did not expect that.
Yeah, it's the highest mountain out there, and it's beautiful. But boy, is that a walk to get up to the top of that.
And then the tallest mountain is in South Carolina, right? In the Appalachians.
Yeah, it's in I want to say it's Mount Rogers in Virginia. It's our tallest one. I might be wrong. There's some reason Mount Rogers sticks in my head, but I might be wrong on that.
Yeah, I know there's a lot that are close.
There's a lot of mountains out.
And then you have to count for actual elevation from sea level.
Well, that's like, I was looking up some statistics on the Appalachian Trail, and when you complete the whole thing, you basically walk up and down Mount Everest 16 times.
Wow.
That's
you
how
just
much.
got to do Mount Everest.
No, it's too cold.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing this. The Appalachian Trail was enough. And then I decided, well, let's do this bike thing. This sounds like fun. Yeah, no, I'm not doing Mount Everest. There's no way. But yeah, when I saw that statistic, 16 times up and down Mount Everest, I'm like, oh, that's just way too much. No wonder I was tired.
Yeah, see, the thing is, like, Mount Everest, people kind of just do it to do it. I don't see any fun or enjoyable pretty things. Like, I guess the view would be really tall at the top, but you could go on a plane, but something like the Appalachian Trail, it's like something new at every turn.
Oh, it was. Yeah, it was very interesting. The people on the trail, the towns were really interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You stop in towns?
Oh, yeah, because the trail goes right to the towns.
Oh, that's
then
awesome.
You pick up your food and whatnot, but the town people are really nice. And some towns, I asked the guy, says, if the hikers weren't here, how does this work? Do you end up having to close up shop? He said, my hikers pay for all of my bills. My rent, my taxes, all my stuff, electric, gas,
People
water.
always want to hike.
Yeah, and so he says the hikers pay for all of that. Then my leaf peeper people pay for all of my maintenance and upkeep. The leaf peeper, they go and look at leaves in the fall.
Oh.
They call them leaf peepers.
Really?
And then he said, and then my ski people are my profit.
Ah.
And so that's how he had everything set up. He says, yeah. So if I have a dead winter and I have no skiers, I make no profit. If I have no hikers, I can't even pay my bills. I was like, wow. I had no idea it was that crazy.
Yeah, what's the longest you were there without seeing anyone?
2 weeks.
Really? Wow.
I kept thinking I was lost in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I kept thinking, well, where are all the people?
And you did it in summertime, or?
Yep, I left March 25th and I finished August 17th.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really have to vote a long period.
Yeah. It was a long trip, but it was worth it. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The people are extremely nice. The area is beautiful.
So do you still work, or are you retired?
I'm retired now. Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm not
really
like you, a physics person. I just did computers. But it gave me a really nice batch of money and lets me retire.
Set you for life for retirement.
Yeah. And that's why when you said you're going for physics, I'm like, yeah, that's a good job. Go for that, because then you can retire early and enjoy life. And that's really what it's about, is enjoying life.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mostly just enjoy physics. Like, that's why I like to be alone and do physics,
Yeah.
So to me, it's more of rather than a career path, more of like a journey in my own life.
It's a passion for you. Yeah. Which then you'll be really good at the job, because anything that you get that passionate about, you're really good at it.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate that I have this opportunity where I don't have to stick to a structured degree program in a school with all the opportunities there are now online.
Yeah,
you can get so much more information. If you're really passionate about it, you can teach yourself so much better instead of learning from others.
Yeah, I agree with that. And like I said, the passion is a huge part of this whole thing. Like it's on your side of the road, and it's less than a mile. It's 0.7. So,
are they going to meet you here?
Yep. The other two, they're going to come down. I'm going to send them back the address once I get down here and say, this is where I'm at. Come and find me.
And you have good service and everything now.
I do, yeah. Now that we're in this, I mean, I had service out there, but I have really good service here.
Perfect.
She doesn't have good service. I don't know who her provider is, but okay, we're down to a half a mile. It's in here somewhere.
Is this part of Eureka Springs?
In a quarter mile, your destination will be on the left.
Okay, quarter mile now on the left. This way.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were Oh, right there. Bikers. Oh, no, that's a decent.
Okay, we have to turn around. I think we passed it.
Alright.
Yeah. Sorry about that. It wasn't.
No, that's what. This time it'll be on your side so you can probably see better.
Yeah. It's probably a little dinky. The house number is 152. I didn't see any house numbers either. But like I said, Adventure Mountain Outfitters. Just kind of it's across from the Treehouse Cottages. Outfitters. Should be right, maybe by those canoes. Oh yeah, yep, that's Mount Outfitters. Yep.
Is this the back?
I guess. Huh. Wow. Okay, well, that's where we're at.
So yeah, I dropped that nice lady off at the bike shop where she needed to get her bike fixed, and I was off. And I'm really glad I did that whole thing. I had a really good conversation, and she was a really cool person. I learned a lot, and I hope you guys did too. But since I was up here in town, I really wanted to show you guys this little town of Eureka Springs. Really beautiful area. It's a lot like Hot Springs, just a smaller version. Very old town surrounded by a bunch of natural springs. You turn one